Hey, it is your girl Sonali Ray, and I'm back with another video. So we'll just jump right into it, shall we? Earlier, I was talking to a friend about relationships and deployment and how they work or don't work. So here we go. Let's get personal, shall we? Also, if you're new here, thank you for being here. If you're old here, definitely thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share so we can keep this going. I'm actually shocked that this channel is growing because I didn't think nobody cared about merchant seamanship, right? And little on me. So I remember when I had one subscriber and I knew who she was. So it was my friend. And now I have like over 300. That's kind of dope because believe it or not, I'm actually quite shy. So there's that. Little confession. All right, so relationships. So me and a friend of mine, she was active duty Navy. I actually met her while working for MSC, and we were just talking about a myriad of topics, but one thing that came up is relationships and deployments and how they work and they don't work, or they can work, and So if you're new here, I am Sonali Ray. I am a merchant seaman with Military Sea Lift Command. I've been doing this for over 11 years, and as I previously stated, we're going to talk about relationships. So here we go. When I got in MSC, I was in a relationship with someone. It didn't work out, but that was over 11 years ago. We're still friends. It is what it is. But if you're a woman and you're out here and you're single, put it this way. If you have a significant other at home, I'm not going to tell you that it's going to work out or not, but I can tell you that myself and several other sailors have experienced relationship disappointment, to be fair and frank, a lot of times when men leave to go out and, into this world and they're sailors and they're doing whatever, women generally stay. Now, I know that there have been some men that deployed, they come back, they've been gone for 3 years and they come back home to a 2-year-old. Okay, I know that happens. But as a rule of thumb, most times women will wait for men, whereas that's not the same thing on the other side, if that makes sense. For example, I'm going to put y'all all in my business. I dated a firefighter, right? He was so cute. Anyway, known him forever, and we decided to give it a shot. Well, MSC requires every ship assignment to be at least 120 days. That's at least 4 months. That doesn't mean you get to go home. It's usually body for body. So if you don't have a relief to come and take on your responsibilities or your billet number, then you're not going home. Not legally. We'll talk about the other ways later. So, but prior to getting your assignment, you are required to report to a pool. The pool is going to be in either Virginia or San Diego. Okay? Well, I don't live in either one of those states, and neither does he. And I had to go to work. Again, he's a fireman and a paramedic, so he had a crazy schedule just like I did. And for whatever reason, this particular year, my then detailer, I hope y'all never meet that crazy bitch, because she ain't the only bad NPS, but she's pretty up there in ranking with being terrible, to get back at me for something that I didn't even do. She made me stay in a pool for almost 4 months, legit. The only reason I got an assignment is because I went to the coordinator in that pool and I said, listen, in a week it's going to be 4 months. Whether I get an assignment or not, I'm going home if she keeps me here. He must have told her. 2 days later, I had an assignment. Not even 2 days. I think I had an assignment the next day that required me to go to the Middle East, okay? I think they do that to try to scare you, but where they sent me was lit, so I didn't care. But that put a hell of a damper on that relationship because essentially I'm gone 8 months. That's a lot to ask of someone. So we didn't work out. Not just because of distance, but there's no way to communicate. And it didn't matter what I did. Like, we ended up in Djibouti, Africa. And if you've ever been to Djibouti, and if you're in MSC and you're on this channel, you all know how hot it gets over there and how far you have to walk to get to like the next or to any Wi-Fi. It feels like it's about 3 miles. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. We was huffing it. But being able to communicate and video chat, that's cute for a while. But honestly, he wanted me home, and I wanted to be home, but I didn't want to quit. Pretty headstrong. Well, we tried a couple other times, and MSC ruined that shit too. I finally got an assignment, and I was gonna get out of that assignment. Well, I was gonna complete that assignment right before his birthday, and I had a 3-week window between my relief date till his birthday. They should have been sent someone. You know what happened? They kept me for 56 days. So, do people date on the ship? You'll see. You'll see. Have I dated on the ship? We're not going to go that far. We're only talking about the firefighter. We're going to talk about nothing else. And then if anybody claim me, they lying because I ain't got a man. So, with that, I'm not going to tell you to have a plan because I don't know your life. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know, what type of people are in your life and how that's going to work. Just be aware that sometimes things don't work the way you think they should, or they don't work the way you want them to. And it's okay. You will be faced with career versus relationship. Now, if you're married, I would honor my marriage before MSC, obviously. But if you're just dating and you don't know if it's certain, you don't, if nobody's like, let me retire you, make you not sell anymore. That doesn't happen, by the way, not much. You just have a choice to make. Are you going to stay or are you going to go? Because I have friends who, active duty is easier if you get pregnant, if you get knocked up. Because they have something called shore duty. You get knocked up as a female sailor in MSC, there is no shore duty. You can sit in a pool and they'll try to intimidate you to get out of the pool because they don't want to pay you. Because the thing is, they can't sail you. You can't go too far on a ship. If you're pregnant, they have to keep you within 50 to 60 miles of a hospital or land at least, so you can get to a hospital because obviously we can have complications. So you have to be in a ship shoreside or something that's going to be shoreside, right? Whereas if obviously you're not, our ships are not just staying in one place with the exception of maybe 3. 1 that I know on the East Coast and 2 on the West, and even the 2 on the West sometimes deploy because I've been on both when they've deployed. So it's kind of like, again, we don't have shore duty. So you can sit in the pool or you can go work on assignment shoreside, but you still won't have a whole lot of time to be with family. Generally speaking, when you're active duty, and this is a blanket statement, you have shore duty, and then you have time with your kid, and then you can possibly have an assignment that stays local, to be with your kid for a few years. And they have Family Life Center. They have a lot of different resources that we just don't have. The most you'll get for MSC, we got a DP, that stands for designated person, but it ain't really got a whole lot to do with your family life. And we have a chaplain. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was in 10 years before I knew we had a chaplain. I literally found that out last year. No lie. That's not something they just talk about. So, and then he's not even that accessible because he was like, yeah, call me whenever. And then I called him for a problem. He didn't answer the phone, nor did he get back to me. It's weird. So we do have those resources. But when it comes to family life, work-life balance, MSC is terrible at that. If you are interested in having a family, creating a family, come in with a plan. This place can get really fun, and then it can get really toxic. And before you know it, you blink, you've been in 11 years, and you feel like, what the hell was this for? Do you make money? Yeah. But you make money doing a whole lot of other shit too. So also wanted to offer something to you that I've been telling people on a personal level, and I wanted to make sure I shared this with you too, because you guys are my people, right? Take the job. If MSC offers you the job, take the job. Here's why. And I think I've said it before in other videos, but I just want to reiterate this because it's a big deal. Take the freaking job and then pass the security clearance. Get the clearance. Here's why. A lot of people are going to tell you, you can always go on USA Jobs. That's boring. If you want to continue to travel, there is something called contracting work. And they have their own rules too. And then there's commercial. Like, I have been learning so much recently about clearances and taking on different jobs and going to different avenues. My point is, if you leave MSC, SIU is not your only avenue. If you leave MSC and SIU, SIU is different because it's private. But if you have a security clearance, you have options. You can go contracting work. You could go, you know, work on installations overseas, in which case you're in tax-free status. Yes, there are rules that go along with that. If you guys want to know, just comment below or email, ask some questions. Some of you are asking questions and you want to have full conversations. I am a busy woman. If you want my undivided attention, you can do so if you book a session. Otherwise, I have a lot of content here that actually covers a lot of the stuff that you guys answer. I try to keep these videos short, but we're at 10 minutes now, and I know I got a couple on here that's way longer. But I just wanted to offer that little tidbit to you. Relationships, I'm not gonna say they don't work, and I'm not gonna say that, you know, they don't exist, because that would be a lie, but it will come with its challenges, and you guys know relationships in themselves can be complex. So take that information, do what you will. If you're watching this at night, have a wonderful night. Watching this in the daytime, enjoy your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.